Hi everybody. So this video is all about process recordings. So here's the basic rundown. There are three kinds of process recordings that you can do, and you can find this in the course documents, and as well as in the modules. There is a community meeting organizational process recording. This is more for those macro level students or integrated students who maybe have been participating in some kind of a community action project or a team that is organizing some kind of event or policy or whatever. Then you have a group process recording and an individual process recording. These are interactions with students, clients, patients, whatever you might be using as a term, depending on your situation. So the community one is really more interprofessional or collaborative with community members, and the group and the individual are for, more traditional group therapy or individual therapy. They're fairly self-explanatory. I mean, you just kind of go through and answer the questions. Probably the most complex piece is under the individual process recording in the worksheet, which is asking for a verbatim account of the interaction that you are processing. So I am looking for actual dialogue as close to verbatim as possible without you actually having to record or take copious notes. Obviously, we want you to be present with whomever you're with and so on. But I do recommend that right afterward, you're going down and you're writing the notes that you feel like are pertinent, and especially things like quotes and the dialogue back and forth between you and a client. It does not have to be the entire session, but rather a snippet of that session, or maybe snippets of a series of pieces of a session that essentially illustrate what you are trying to process. The best process recordings are process recordings that are processing a situation where it was challenging or difficult, or you weren't sure what to say next, or it was awkward. Those just are more substantial to be processing. But of course, sometimes when the deadline's looming, you're going to write a process recording on just sort of the most substantial interaction you've had, or even if you haven't had a chance to have that individual interaction, if you're shadowing somebody, you can also do a process recording on that. So there's the ideal version, which is your interaction directly, and probably one that is challenging or something really worth processing. And then it gets into, okay, it's my interaction, but maybe it's not super meaty, super substantial, but I can process. I can process what I was experiencing in the situation. And then third in line would probably be, I shadowed a situation. I observed this. It was interesting. It was questionable. I'm not sure how I would react in that situation, or whatever. Okay, so, we have the ideal. We're looking for that, but certainly I understand like real life is happening, and you're seeing who you're seeing, and sometimes there's a no-show. As I said in the previous video about upcoming assignments, be mindful of your deadline, because this absolutely requires your field instructor's participation. In fact, that's probably the most vital part of it. And I really encourage you to use it in your actual field instruction so that you're actually processing it with your field instructor. And also they're not scrambling to kind of get their comments in. They already have that time carved out for you for your weekly field instruction time. I think that covers pretty much everything, but if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them right here and ask the instructor, or email me, call me, whatever. I'm here for you. Next week, first process recordings are due. So good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.